Hello back there in YouTube. It's your boy Josh Ox.
Your boy Delonte Henry.
It's the Two Mad Genius podcast. Today we got a lot to discuss. If you've been paying close attention to the current events, there's a lot going on. Places with police shootings and shooting unarmed men and people retaliating by killing police officers. Yeah. So what's your take on that? Let's just talk about the police killings. We had the Dallas, the Baton Rouge. Was that another one? That was the only two?
That's only two right now. Well, if you haven't been looking at the news lately, two things happened. Two separate shootings. Double digits of cops got shot. Not killed, but shot. Eventually, deaths was.
All of them was ex-military people.
Yeah, that's
That's a little harbor.
That's kind of crazy. But the crazy thing about it is, with those situations in Baton Rouge and Minnesota, and what happened in Miami, it's a ticking time bomb that was waiting to happen. How much more can be liable before actions could be done by their own? You know what I'm saying? So, and I was talking to a few of my coworkers and everything like that, and they actually agree with me when I say it, and I think you might agree, and I think people agree. Pretty much, if you're law enforcement and the community turn on you, you're done as far as law enforcement.
Yeah, law enforcement, yeah.
They no longer trust you. They no longer...
I'm sort of against the anti-cop rhetoric. I hear some people say it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you need somebody to protect and serve communities.
Yeah.
But it's like the unarmed shooting
in Miami, yeah.
I think they need to just come up with a bill or something, or you know how like soldiers have like rules of engagement.
Yeah.
They need something like that. Well,
I do think they do.
I think they need something like that.
Yeah.
Something like a law. They already got a lot of them carrying body cams now.
Yeah.
They progressing. Eventually, I think they're gonna find a solution, but they need to find some balance.
Do you think it will happen in our lifetime though?
Few years. I think it's gonna be in a few years.
Okay.
Because it's getting the racial tensions between police.
Yeah,
it's like very high right now. So whoever the next president is, that should be on top of your list.
And I mean,
once the people turn on you, it's over.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Turn on you, there's no coming back.
And I don't want to I'm trying to word this right, so I don't want to try to make it sound like I'm bashing the president or anything. But right now is the moment we need you to talk like you're black, like at this moment. Like we need you to talk like you know what's really going on. We really haven't really heard it.
Remember I told you about money?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Money and politics go hand in hand. I told everybody this. If you want to get something passed, it's proper channels you have to go through to get it changed.
Yeah.
I'm just letting people know protesting is not going to fix it. Black people, as a black person, is not going to fix it. So like, you know how like the gay, gender, transgender, all that stuff get passed because the gay community, LGBT community, other groups too, have representation like in political.
Yeah.
Black people actually let people take advantage of, especially Democrats, because they know they're going to vote for them.
Yeah.
So they really don't have to give them anything. They just...
And that's why normally I don't pay attention to it, but actually when I started voting, I started paying more attention to what they actually say.
Yeah, they never say what they're going to do for the black community. They reword it as like minority. We're going to help for minorities. They're not really talking about black people for the most part.
And I mean, I'm not going to go as far as like with Dr. Umar Johnson said, like saying you got to boycott Barack Obama because of what he... I'm not going to go that far. I'm not gonna go that far,
but Barack really didn't do too much for
me.
He's more like a face. Yeah, he's more like a.
That would have been my point. But this would have been the perfect time for him to
he's just a black face in a high place. That's all he is.
Yeah.
And for the most part,
but this would have been the perfect time for him to just lose the presidency for a minute and talk like an actual.
He's not gonna talk about it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But I know that for a fact.
He's not gonna talk about it.
I know that for a fact.
He's not gonna talk about it.
But
you already know he's not gonna talk about it. Only thing he's probably say is it's unfair to shoot an unarmed person.
Yeah.
You shouldn't kill police officers. He's gonna keep it basic.
Yeah. He's not gonna.
You got to keep both sides.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm saying this for everybody that's thinking the same thing. That's thinking that. Once you're the president, sometimes you gotta look at it both sides.
I mean, technically, he could talk about this his last term.
Yeah.
He ain't got nothing to lose. I could say if he's like re-election, then I can understand why.
Yeah, but he about to walk out. He got 6 months. Like
He got
he
like
could,
6 months. He actually could do it.
Yeah. I mean, I would like for him to do it, but other than talk about it, freaking memorials and stuff like that. But I mean, you know, but that's just like how much more is it going to take before actual political leaders, not just people in the neighborhood, I'm talking about the people that's in the House, in the Senate, in
So
these
Dr.
chairs.
Johnson really said boycott Obama?
Yeah, he said it on the Breakfast Club interview.
I gotta watch that one.
Yeah, he was pretty much saying because of the fact that same reason, saying that he really ain't do nothing for black people. But it's like the black face, but he wasn't under control of anything.
I had someone told me this. He told me like voting for Obama. He said voting for Obama is not going to change anything.
That's true.
He said it's not. He said it's,
yeah.
Because a lot of people thought just because Obama is a black president, race relations got better.
No, actually got kind of worse, but
it didn't get worse. It didn't improve. It just stayed the same.
It risen actually. It risen.
Race relations is old. Depending on where you at.
Yeah.
I always tell people it's depending on where you at.
Yeah.
And like I think I tell everybody it's all about confusion. Like, well, when it comes to race relations, like I give you an example. Someone who lives in a rural South, let's just say a white person. We're just gonna use a white person. He never really interact with black people a lot. So only thing, whatever they promote on the media, that's what they think of black people. And vice versa, and for the inner city,
I
like
got a point on that
for the inner city people, like they may not interact with white people that much. Only they with the racist cops.
Yeah.
So that's how they portray white people. It's more of a misunderstanding most time.
I would say this, and I want, and like I said, I'm gonna see how many people actually agree with this. It's been like this since we've been kids, and even when our parents been kids.
Mm-hmm.
It's been like a systematic review of how they see black people, though, or see people in general. Like how we see white people, we all think they racist, huh? You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't say all white people.
Not all,
are racist.
but
it's racist black people too. It's like every percentage got
but the first perception for most, I don't know the percentage number at the top. I would like to know the percentage number of white people that is systematically alerted to think that all black people are thugs or they're this.
Because that's all they know.
That's all they know.
I told you black people are represented horribly in the media. I told everybody this. Then
somebody could be completely innocent. The first thing they'd be like, "Oh well, Josh had 2 pocket tickets. What the hell they gotta do with him getting shot down?"
Because black people are the perfect criminals. Exactly. I told everybody this. Black people are the perfect criminals.
Yeah.
They consider it like the perfect criminal. Like if you went to court, they be like the police are completely lie. They're like he's black, so he probably is a criminal.
Don't even know what he's talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
He don't know the law. You know what I'm saying?
What it is. But
now they look at you. He knows the law.
He knows the law. Oh God, got a smart one over here.
Exactly. So,
but I always tell people this. I think the system as a whole is against black people. Justice system is not fair.
And I hate to say it, some people might hate me when I say it's been happening since the Ronald Reagan era. So it's been some years for us for that. You know, as far as the war on black, it's been years.
I mean,
but now they found new ways to do it. That's just.
I already told them what black people have to do.
Oh, we already gotta get laborists.
We gotta get lobbyists. Black people need to put their money instead of buying other stuff. So they can support black businesses. There's a lot of things black people have to do.
And please help the historic black colleges and universities, please. How else are we going to like? We got something that's ours, but we got to expand it out because of the fact.
Historic black colleges
broke because of the fact that it's just a fact. It's just that fact. It's broke because of the fact.
How they broke? HBCUs are expensive as hell.
They're expensive, but at the same time, they don't have no sponsorships.
Yeah, you sure?
Because I mean, let's be real. Let's be real, people.
Unless you got rich alumni.
That's what I'm saying. Let's be real. If Diddy ain't go to Howard would probably be under the fucking ground.
That's why the homecomings are the best.
Exactly. So, I would like to see I would like to see some celebrities step up. I ain't gonna say all, because I already know some of them got different agendas than everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
We all know that. But I do not want to see Trayvon Martin's mom and the parents that lost their kids from police violence in a freaking music video.
Yeah.
I don't want to see no essays saying that you feel deeply saddened about the events. None of that. If you want to help out, they're not going to. I understand it, but I understand that.
It's more of a PR move.
Exactly.
Than anything. I hate to say this is more of a PR move.
And I was about to say that too. I was like, damn it. If it wasn't as much as a PR move, but
It's
I was about to
just
say
a
that.
PR move.
But if you were truly about Black Lives Matter movement or anything,
Black Lives Matter, I agree and disagree with some of them. Some of them
got different agendas though.
So it's because I see them like when they like interview them, some of them are horrible at articulating their agenda. I was like, wow.
But that's also the media know who picked to do it. They do. They know exactly who picked.
I seen one interview from a black host on an all-black show.
And he still
all lives matters. No, yeah, I don't know how he picked them. I guess they wanted to come on the show, and they was horrible, bro. They make Black Lives Matter look horrible. I think Black Lives Matter, like I said, I think they need to incorporate more than just police violence. They also need to do black-on-black violence. Because at the end of the day, people are dying in the streets. You more likely, black-on-black violence is more high than a police officer killing you.
Yeah, but you can't say that.
I'm just saying that. It's somewhat true.
It's true, but they, you know how they get. First thing they gonna be like, yo, so you saying all lives matter? We're not saying that.
All lives matters to it, yeah. All lives do matter. But we talking about black people and
Black people been struggling.
their experience with the police officer.
Yeah.
I understand Black Lives Matter movement.
We've been struggling. We got people that's coming from outside of other countries and got more success than black people do.
That's because
We ain't got the resources like they do either.
not necessary. That's false to a degree. Because I know people that come be here and it's all about your mentality. I always tell people this.
Yeah. I agree with that.
It's all about your mentality. I hear a lot of excuses from black people who pretty much blame the system when
Really, the only thing I blame the system on is law enforcement. Everything else is on us. Everything else. Only thing I really do put on the system itself is the freaking law enforcement, because that shit is a brotherhood no matter what.
Yeah. But black people need better representation. I always told people that black people need to come together and get their laws passed, their agenda, and their best interests, not just cry and protest.
We should not leave or not stop doing what we're doing until that thing is done.
The black community need more entrepreneurship, in my opinion, and black people to support it.
Yeah. Without getting hookups. Like, actually support that shit.
Actually support it, not get the homie discount.
Yeah, you know. I mean, like I said, I got homies, I got homeboys, I got homegirls that do their own businesses. I'll gladly support them. I don't get why it's so hard. Like,
would you consider it still a black business if you own it in a white community and taking white money?
Yes.
I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that for example. Like, if I open a black business and let's say I open a restaurant, it just happen to be in a predominantly white.
I still go.
Yeah,
I still go.
Okay. Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah.
By the way.
Actually, that's where the money at.
To me, that's even.
Really?
To a degree, yes. The black community got a lot of money.
Yeah, we got a lot of money too.
Look at any black community. Who are people majority of the business, the local business owner? Immigrants from like Asia, India,
African,
Middle
Jamaican.
Eastern, anything you can think of.
That's true.
If you think about it, there's money in the black community.
Yeah.
I mean, if I open
it's just that other people from other cultures are taking it.
I need to do if I want to make some bread, I need to open a weave shop. That's what I need to do. Bro. If I open a weave shop, I'd be racked up in the black community. That's a joke. I'm just joking.
Yeah, but
opening a weave shop is a good business, by the way.
Yeah.
I have no idea how to get the hair.
Me neither. I'm like, hey, we the last two people you want to ask about anything about hair.
When it comes to weave,
we just say it look good.
That's like someone speaking Chinese to me. I don't understand.
We just say it look good. That's just what we do. Touch back on law enforcement though. If you haven't heard about the Miami situation,
that just happened like yesterday.
I forgot the guy's name already.
I forgot the guy's name. He was a
he was a group home therapist. He was helping out one of his patients. I wouldn't even say. Can you really say patient at this time? Really? Can you say patient? I mean, I don't think.
I'm not a brother.
Um,
I have a brilliant idiot.
he was just say whatever. He was helping him from not basically going off the deep end.
He was autistic.
Yeah, so he was basically going off the deep end. He basically walked out of the group.
He was like in the middle of the street.
Yeah, he was, and he was trying to calm him down. But as you saw, if some people have seen the movie or seen the clip,
he's about to get paid. The city of Miami's paying.
The city of Miami sent it.
He's about to get paid. I'm just letting you know. Spoiler alert: they're gonna pay him.
Just to keep it quiet.
I'm happy they didn't kill him. I'm so happy they didn't kill him.
Yeah, I was just happy. Yeah,
Miami would have went crazy. Yeah.
But he did everything right. Hands up. Said he had no weapons. He was not a threat. Your man was literally laying on the ground the whole time, and he still gets shot. Does
trigger happy cop?
I was like,
He's a trigger happy cop.
I think it's getting to the point where I really think law enforcement wise, I'm saying it's really getting to the point where you just hope that you have a good cop. You just hope.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do.
Like you better hope you ain't got one of them dudes that had a pissed off day. To wait to take it out on somebody.
I think it's more of a mentality for cops. So cops see the worst of people. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
So
it's a
psychological thing.
Yeah.
I think it's more of like they see the worst of the worst people. Like they deal with like the worst of the worst people, and so they interact everybody as they the worst of the worst people, which give a bad experience for everybody.
Yeah.
So sometimes most cops are good cops.
Yeah, but
now you have some small asshole cops. Most of the cops are good.
But now it's getting to the point where you would just hope that you at least get the little asshole and the good cop before you get the trigger happy.
But you do know cops purposely.
They purposely
look for minorities because they're easy targets. Yeah. I hate to say this, I'm just letting you know they're easy marks.
Shoot,
everyone knows this.
Yeah,
but nobody wants to say
plenty of recordings and recording tapings.
You know what? Also,
police chiefs.
I learned a lot of stuff. Somebody told me like when a police officer pull you over, they actually trying to escalate the situation to get an arrest.
Yeah.
So, cause they gave me an example, they were like, you know how you get pulled over and a cop asks you, like, yeah, so you know what I'm pulling you over for? Somebody told me never answer that question.
Yeah, they said just keep it yes or no.
Say no. Don't say yes. Say no.
Yeah, I mean,
because like if you say yes, I'm a speeding, he can at least write you a ticket for speeding. Somebody told me you always say no. I had one. There was a white guy on YouTube. He said you should always record your interaction with police officers.
Yes, because you don't know which ones you're gonna have.
He told me you don't even have to get an officer an ID or something. He was saying it's a law or something. I forget. He broke down the law. He said it varies on your state.
Oh, for real?
He was in the state of Texas. He was saying just take it.
But that's open carry and everything.
No, he was saying like for example, you know how he said anything said or used can be used against you.
Yes, you in the court of law.
Yeah, he said so you don't have to. He said say for example, a cop pulled. He gave an example like a cop pulls you over. You had a suspended license or something. He said you can say no. He said you still gonna get in trouble. He said but they're gonna use anything like if you run your tags, anything will be used against you.
Oh.
And he said don't talk to a police officer at all.
Yeah.
He said because he gave another example like the police officer like you know why I pulled you? No. He said so what you in a rush for? He said yeah I just came from a party. He said then that escalated to a different situation like. Did you have a few drinks?
Exactly.
Get out of the car. He said, "Don't say anything." He said, "You don't keep it 1 to 2 words at most. Yeah. No details." Well, I just learned something new about that. I don't talk to the police officer when I get pulled over anyway. They be trying to talk to me. I'm like, oh.
I barely talk to police.
When we got pulled over that time, I didn't even say no. I'm like, here's my license and registration. He was trying to talk to me. I was like, just run my stuff.
Yeah, just run the stuff. I know my dream's out. I know what's out. Yeah, so, I mean, like I said, now it's getting to the point where it's like, even when you
people, please don't kill a cop. Killing a cop makes the situation worse.
Oh God, yeah.
Violence plus violence equals more violence.
I hate
please
to say
don't go that route.
Yeah, and plus they got more guns than we do. Let's not forget about that.
Nah, but certain neighborhoods police officers don't go into anyway.
Oh, because they ran by drug, but
They it's a neighborhood in DC. Like, the police don't go in. Few neighborhoods in DC, police officers. Not by themselves. Not by themselves.
Minnesota, 36.
There's a few neighborhoods they won't go through. I mean, certain neighborhoods, that's like any city. Certain neighborhoods, they known for shooting at cops, so they're not going to go through there unless it's like a lot of them.
Yeah, but they definitely ain't touching. They definitely ain't touching DC.
It's certain neighborhoods. Every cop, you ask any cop in every city, certain neighborhoods a cop won't go through.
Yeah, that's true. Daytime
or nighttime.
That's true. Maybe like the first 48 out there.
Jeez, first 48, they need to pick better cities, man.
Nah, what better cities they gonna pick?
Man, they always pick like a.
It's always been Memphis, New Orleans.
There's always black people. There's a few white people.
It's been quite a few.
Majority of it's either black or minorities.
Yeah.
You know.
Or
like an old man with a cigarette in his mouth.
Speaking off of never politics, did you hear Donald Trump's wife's speech?
Yeah, Melanie Trump. Yeah, she did plagiarize like a what paragraph?
How do you?
It wasn't verbatim exact the same. It was worded very similar.
It was worded very.
I actually looked at it. It was worded very similar.
I was sitting there like, yo, like she really did like
all the lines. Some of the lines were verbatim. Other lines was like reworded.
But usually, all right. There's no way. I don't care if you CNN, Fox News, MNBC, ABC, whatever, Channel 9, WUSA. You should not let her slide for that shit. No.
She didn't even write the speech.
She didn't even write the joint.
She lied and said she wrote it. Everybody knew she didn't write it. No politician really wrote it.
No, we know that.
No politician. Someone writes their speeches. Yeah. They might help with the speech, but
they will help. But at the same time, just as much, and I hate to bring a sports analogy to this, it's like the same, just as much as everybody hates LeBron or critique LeBron, they should be critiquing the hell out of Trump right now for that speech. They should critique the shit out of her.
They gonna critique her. They already been talking about it.
They've been talking about it, but they ain't been really critiquing it though.
Nah, they're not gonna critique it. Cause she's not the first person to do that.
She's not.
She's not the first person.
But still, like right now, you should do her just like you do any other person that's in the politics. Yeah. You should bury her right now.
They gonna be okay. It's Donald Trump.
Yeah. And
I don't know what effect he got on the media.
I don't know either. And let's not forget, she is an immigrant.
She's like from Eastern European. I forgot what Eastern European country. I have to look it up. Something that some part of Europe that used to be Russia.
I was just surprised that she actually like she really said that she wrote that. I was like,
and one no, she didn't.
I was like, really? I was like, if you wrote that joint, I wrote Big Pimpin' with Jay-Z.
It's not. Hey, bro, the man was just. I think the worst about songs. She was like, "And what's Philadelphia?" Oh, like, ain't that Fresh Prince? And she got singing this like, you know what? I'm out.
Now the joint that got me is when they had Michelle Obama doing the "Hit 'Em Up" verse in the booth.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that joint was hilarious. First stuff, in the clip you claim. It was
the memes. Social media have no chill.
Yes, they don't. Yo.
Anything bad happen, they will take advantage of it.
Just ask Meek Mill and them, bro. Like that. Yeah.
Meek Mill got a shot coming back.
Okay. Only reason why he could come back is because of Rich Homie Quan. That's the only reason he could come back.
Yeah, the Joe Budden disc that lasted for 6 minutes.
I just realized something about Joe Budden.
No one cares about that song.
No, I know.
No one cares.
But I realized something about Joe Budden. That nigga contradict everything he goddamn say, dog.
Joe Budden's, I guess. Joe Budden is not relevant. He's not relevant in rap.
He's not. But I'm just saying.
He's like an underground rapper. Like, he's not a mainstream. I wouldn't call him a mainstream.
No, but I'm saying. No, I was listening to his Brilliant Idiots joint, what he did with Brilliant Idiots. And everything he pretty much was saying why he was dissing Meek and Drake. I'm like, yo, you kind of like contradicting yourself because you're saying that you don't feel this type of way, but the reason you going at him is because you feel that type of way. So I'm like,
it's Joe Budden's, bro.
Yeah, he's literally. Yeah. Nothing against him.
I guess he thought Drake and Meek was dissing him in his own head. I don't really care why he's dissing. It's Joe Budden. No one cares.
Yeah. That's like the Utah Jazz making it to the playoffs.
He took an L just for making the diss song.
Yeah.
He took an L just for making the diss song.
Yeah,
you're not going to become popular off dissing anybody no more.
Yeah, that's like a CFL team playing the New England Patriots and get blown the fuck out. Like, it's just okay.
Joe Budden. Joe Budden's really?
Hey, it is what it is.
Joe Budden's really?
Yeah.
Joe Budden hadn't been hot for a minute.
He hasn't, but hey, it is what it is.
Slaughterhouse was cool.
If it wasn't for Slaughterhouse, he'd be done.
Do he even have an album? What's his name? I don't follow Joe Budden, so I don't. No disrespect to him, but I don't follow his.
I don't know if that's how.
I remember Pump It Up and all the other songs.
So 3 bro.
I remember it used to come on like 2K2.
Yeah.
What is it? 2K2, 2K3?
2K.
Live. It was on Live. One of the lives.
2K. It was.
I think
2K,
it was on 2K.
13. I mean, no, not 13.
Don't quote me. Don't quote me.
2K 3.
That was like 13 years ago, bro.
Yeah.
We was like in high school, like in 8th grade when that song came on.
Doesn't matter. He whatever. Well, like I said, if it wasn't for Slaughterhouse, he'd be done.
Whatever his songs do he got? Did he get killed by Lil B? That Lil B diss was alright. You know?
Did Lil B diss him?
Yeah, Lil B did diss him. That song was alright. It's called Buttons or something like that.
I don't even remember that shit.
That's a long time ago, bro.
I know, I'm about to say
It's been a minute. That's at least 8 years ago.
I
could be wrong.
Yeah, whatever. It is what it is. Let's talk about this North Carolina thing, man. Let's talk about
the NBA is moving Charlotte out.
Yeah,
that transgender bathroom law, which is pretty much.
The bill, just that bill in general.
Are they gonna revote it?
Man, if they lose $100 million, they whole show.
Yeah, they estimated to lose $100 million at the All-Star. So I think they probably gonna make some changes to that law.
Bro, you losing events and sporting events in every aspect of sports.
Yeah.
Duke can't even get a college team to play them right now in the exhibition games.
You serious?
I'm dead
Duke,
ass.
North Carolina, none of them?
North Carolina has yet to even find anybody to play right now.
Are you serious?
And now the NBA is pushing away Charlotte.
You think the NFL gonna do anything?
Probably not, because they make too much goddamn money.
NFL could do something. Nah, NFL would do something. NFL did. Oh, you seen what NFL did with Arizona when they was gonna pass that bill?
Oh yeah.
Discriminating against what? Gay people?
Against gay people, yeah. Yeah, they
at a restaurant?
They pulled the Super Bowl.
They pulled the Super Bowl. They got on the phone. Yeah, we're gonna change the law. Yeah, I don't know how it got there. I forgot. Oh, the Super Bowl, they lost. I forgot how many million. Almost $1 billion. They lost almost $1 billion.
Yeah, they lost like $3 billion.
Like, cause they was like. The government, they said he was gonna move it. Cause I think they was gonna move to Cali. When they gonna move it to Cali?
Yeah, they was gonna move to San Francisco, the new San Francisco joint.
Yeah.
Except it was supposed to be in San Francisco this year anyway, but they was gonna push it last year. But
they tried to pass a law like that in Indiana too. Indiana got to change too. Was it Indiana, Arkansas, one of them?
Yeah, but what the fuck is in Indiana?
Nah.
Indiana Pacers.
Nah, Indiana got a few other people.
Oh, but they do got the Indianapolis, the little race car joint.
It's a lot of it.
Yes.
They changed that in the quickness. Apple, I think Apple didn't want to go and do it. It was a whole bunch of corporations. That's why Mississippi can get away with that, because Mississippi don't have no big corporations back in the state. So,
if Apple, NBA, NFL, and anything done with movie entertainment, if they say they pulling out of your state, you better change that shit ASAP, because you losing like good 200-300 million easy. Easy.
So people don't want to do business in Carolina?
Fuck no, they don't even want to touch North Carolina at this moment.
So is it just North Carolina? I'm pretty sure do other states got that? I don't know.
That bill? Hell no. They the only one that got that bill.
That Arizona, I don't know how did that law even make it to the vote on a stupid law like that?
It's a Republican state. Do not fuck about people outside of their own.
A bill that you can openly discriminate against somebody if they don't have don't follow your religion. You know how stupid that is, bro? No business is gonna practice that. I told everybody, no business gonna. If people find out you discriminate against a group of people,
it's all about the moolah.
That is, money matters. I told you, money make the world go around.
Oh yeah, of course. I said this before. Yeah, money is the root of all evil, but that's the way the world go around right now. So
yeah, money make the world go around.
We in a one evil ass world.
The
right
logic
now.
behind it. So if I own a restaurant and I see like a gay couple, I can say, no, I'm not gonna serve you.
That's some fucked up shit.
You know how stupid that sounds? I'm just, as a civilization, as a human being, do you know how stupid that sounds? Yeah, he's not Christian, but he's a Buddhist. We don't serve Buddhists here.
I know, right? Hey, Josh, make sure when you take their glass, you throw them away, cause
you know what? Yeah, you know they Buddhists. They not Christians. We gonna give you paper plates. So we're like, what? Paper cups. You don't get the good glass.
Yeah.
What?
and that North Carolina bill is just how it is in Arizona. It's just that they dragging their feet with that shit. Like, I think they waiting for like
Arizona changed that. They changed that in like 2 days after NFL was about to leave.
Yeah, I literally think it's going that because the NBA pulled the All-Star. Oh, it's gonna make that process go a whole lot quicker.
Yeah, they're gonna rethink about it.
Oh, let's not forget Georgia had that. Georgia did that shit too. Huh?
You think NBA gonna change their mind and go back, or they just?
They said they was gonna go back 2019 though.
No.
I guess they gonna try to get whoever the fuck is in the seat out and get the other person a year or so to get the, you know what I'm saying? Because really, I don't see that motherfucker coming back after this election. Like I really don't. I don't see him coming back.
It's North Carolina. North Carolina different.
Yeah.
That bill wouldn't even make it to the floor up here.
Oh yeah,
they will laugh at you like, yeah, this.
DC man, DC try that shit if you want to.
They gonna laugh at you like, bruh.
Just DuPont Circle alone gonna laugh.
I don't even think you're gonna get one vote. Republicans like, no, you can't do that in this city. You're not gonna make it.
Hey, we got DuPont Circle.
I don't think nobody in general will vote for any law that discriminates against anybody now.
No.
Not in 2016. That's almost shocked the Mississippi law.
Yeah, Andrew went
like 2016. I can say this was like 1916.
But like I said, they ain't got nothing really big behind them, so they could do that and get away with it.
But nobody goes.
No, but who goes to Mississippi?
Who goes to Mississippi?
David Banner and Big Grit.
David Banner probably don't even live in Mississippi now.
He don't. He probably live in Atlanta. But you know, hey, sometimes that's why those small elections count too, because it is the motherfuckers that sit behind the seats.
I told people this: if you want to get something changed, the president is not the only one. You need to start with your local government.
Yeah,
that's how you really get laws passed in your areas.
I mean, I like our governor, even though he's the Republican. I kind of like him because he lowered the taxes. But the cost of living, my God, my nigga, goodness gracious,
you can't do nothing about cost.
Woo!
Welcome to DC.
Oh my!
You can't do nothing about the cost of living.
God. MGM about to make this joint a whole new city.
Ask people in New York. You can't change the cost of living, bro.
You can't.
You just need to move somewhere cheaper, bro. You gotta move like West Bubblefuck, Texas.
You might have to go all the way down Calvert County.
I would not move to West Bubblefuck, Texas, unless I'm like retired. I got nothing else to do.
Yeah,
young me, I'm not moving at all.
No. The furthest I'm going is Howard County. That's the furthest I'm going.
I'll probably just move to PG County, or I don't think I'll move to VA.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll move to VA.
I don't like the vehicle tax until they get rid of that, which is probably not going to happen.
They're not going to get rid of it. So.
I will never.
That's why Virginia looks so nice, because they tax.
Yeah. Keeps everybody.
keep everything clean and
nice
looking.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Virginia is a very nice place. I just won't touch Fairfax County with my life depending on it. But
Fairfax County, actually, Fairfax County is pretty rich. That's a rich county. One of the richest counties in America.
Yeah, they racist as shit.
I wouldn't say racist. We just gonna say they don't like minorities. We just gonna say they're not fond of minorities.
Yeah, and I'm the last person you want to be like the person that you feel comfortable being around. Because I would be the one that walk up to you and be like, Black Lives Matter, and walk off.
Black Lives Matter. Fuck the police, come straight from the underground. If I ever get pulled out, I probably won't play that song.
Oh Lord, I'm not gonna be with you.
And I won't blast it. Fuck the police coming straight from the underground. I can help you, officer? No, I'm not turning down the music. I turned it down, but I wanted to hear him. I'm like, okay, here's one.
I ain't fucking with you. I'm not fucking with you. I'm not fucking with you.
I probably get a Rodney King ass for
it. Yeah, you probably get. Yeah, you will.
This was a good discussion about politics. So hit that like button, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Josh the Movie Guy.
Tay.1987.
Mm-hmm.
And the email is 2madgeniuses@gmail.com. So feel free, leave emails, comments. We reply back to everything. You know how it go.
You know what I mean? We gotta work on that Snapchat too.
Oh yeah, we working on that. We might do that for
Ain't gonna be nothing but us partying. I'm about to.
Every time I see you, you make my heart say.
Neat Productions.